There's been another alligator attack down this way, and this is a weird one. Welcome to the Average Me channel. One of the questions that I get most often from viewers, from friends, is, am I afraid of the alligators down here? We see alligators on a very regular basis in my neighborhood, and I'm pretty cavalier about it. Those of you who watch the channel have heard my comments on alligators. But a weird thing happened last week in Port Charlotte, and that is just north of us, maybe an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. And what happened was a young man, well, the language you're using is an alligator ate his arm. They're not saying it bit his arm, it bit it off, it chewed it, but it ate his arm. So let me tell you the story, and then I'll let you hear from the young man himself. When I say young man, he was 23 years old. According to every story, including the young man himself, he was at a bar called Bandito's, which is up there. I'll show you a map of it in just a moment. You'll see something kind of interesting. And the bathroom line was long. There's a little pond or a lake out back, so he thought he would utilize that as his restroom. And well, let's let him tell the story.
I just saw a little lake, just trying to go over there and just, take a little pee or whatnot. Something happened where I either tripped or like something, the ground below me kind of just went down and I ended up in the water. And that's literally the last thing I remember. I didn't lose my life, lost an arm. It's not the end of the world. They got my elbow. So like, I don't have an elbow, but I can still move my arm around and whatnot. Fusion, I was like, whoa, like I was just, because I woke up and I was just sitting here and I looked over and then I saw my arm the way it was and I was like, ooh. It kind of just feels like my arm just there, but not there. It was just the craziest thing. It was like almost like out of a movie.
Now, I don't know what he tripped over, but I wonder if it might have been the alligator itself. There's really no telling. He doesn't really recall what happened, but it does show you that alligators are dangerous. You have to be really careful around alligators. My wife was going for a walk yesterday and she took this video. This is just within our neighborhood. She was just walking through the neighborhood and she saw an alligator swimming in the lake. So you can take a look right here. Now let's take a look at Banditos. If you look at this map, you can see where Banditos is. It's down in the lower portion of the map, and you can see this is a populated area. This is a residential area. All these houses around here butted up right to the same lake where the alligator in question lived. And I say lived in the past tense because once an alligator attacks a human, they are captured, they are euthanized. Up until that point, it's pretty much live and let live. We do not really destroy the alligators down here. We don't trap the alligators. The alligators live here, just like the rest of us. And most of them don't cause any problems. Most of them are not an issue until something happens. People encroach in their territory. In this case, they might use them as a restroom. That's usually what happens that causes an alligator attack. As long as you're keeping your wits about you, the alligators are not an issue. But I just thought this was an interesting story, and since so many people ask about it, I thought I'd share it with you. One more story of what we call down here Florida Man. Every time something happens down here, it starts out with the headline, Florida Man. Florida man got in an accident. Florida man got attacked by an alligator. Florida man went swimming with sharks, whatever. So the joke is that there's one man, referred to as Florida Man, that all of these adventures are happening to. So put one in the Florida Man column for Florida Man gets his arm eaten by an alligator. Our best wishes go out to Jordan. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner. And don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me channel.